If you've listened to the khutbah, then the last thing I want to mention is that you know that his last words were, I love my family and I love Huzur. You know, these are the two things that he said alongside. He did also say, you know, if whether I live or die, I've completed my mission. And but he said, I love my family and I love Huzur. And as you can see, he put Huzur on the same level as his own family. Okay? This is something you should all start to instill in yourselves now. Your own level of love for Huzur should be on the same level as your own family. Some of us, you know, as young men, and I can say this quite confidently, we're always looking for a male role model in our lives. And it might not necessarily always be someone in your family, although it might be, and that's great, but often we look elsewhere as well, amongst our social groups, for a strong male role model who can help guide us and who we look up to and copy. But stop looking. If you're looking for someone other than Huzur, you need to stop looking, okay? Huzur is that father figure in our lives, and he was like that to Taalay in many ways, and alhamdulillah they had you know, a unique relationship. But it wasn't anything different to what you can do as well. You can write to Huzur. Taalay used to just write to Huzur regularly. You know, alhamdulillah, we live in a country, in the same country, not too far from Huzur. We can, you know, COVID permitting, go and do mulaqats with Huzur and meet him and speak to him. In a recent This Week with Huzur, I believe it was a khadim from Canada came up to ask Huzur a question, and as soon as he introduced himself, Huzur said, I know who you are because you write to me regularly. And this is someone who lived, you know, thousands of miles from Huzur and probably hasn't seen him face to face for a long, long time, if at all. And Huzur straight away clocked him and said, I know who you are. You write to me regularly. So don't think that Huzur doesn't read your letters, if any of you think that at all. And you know, reciprocates it by responding. Write to Huzur. Tell him about, you know, your personal afflictions. Tell him about what you're doing at school, how you're getting on in your academics and sport, what you're doing for the Jamaat. Tell him that you attended this event and what you learned and what you benefit from. And start to develop your relationship with Huzur and Khilafat in this way. Because this will be your guiding light in life. You know, I know you've had a lot of talks today about various topics of barriers and challenges you're going to come up against throughout, you know, your adulthood years and your formative years. But I can guarantee two things that will help you. Obviously, first is prayer, proper prayer, and obviously, you know, developing a true bond with your Creator, and also maintaining a strong relationship with Huzur. To the point where, if you ever have the honor of Shahadat and becoming a Shaheed, that your last words can also be, I love Huzur.